This is Iju Junior Grammar School. The over 2,000 students here are itching to say one thing.
We love Mr. Kinabo.
When I asked the question why, they gave me these answers.
Miss Ekinabo is a kind teacher. She is loving and caring.
She's usually helpful. Maybe when you did not understand it, she may tell you to come to her office and she will help you, you will understand it better.
If you're wondering who Miss Ekinabo is, here you go. 30-year-old Faith Ekinabo is a science teacher of over 100 students. During a revision class, she calls students by name and tests their knowledge of lessons she taught them months back. Watching her teach and interact with her students, a stranger might find it hard to believe that Ekinabo is totally blind. But she lost her vision 13 years ago.
I made them aware of the fact that I cannot see them, but I can hear them perfectly well. I think my students became convinced when, without even seeing them, I get their names, I get to call them, I get to know where the direction or where the person is asking the question from.
She now walks with a white cane and occasionally bumps into obstacles as she makes her way to class, a condition caused by glaucoma, the silent thief of sight.
That fateful day, I woke up as usual, about to go for classes, and I discovered that my sight was blurry. And then went back to an ophthalmologist, and there I was told that I'd lost the vision on both eyes.
Ekinabo was an accounting student in her early 20s when that one doctor's report changed her life and posed the greatest challenge she had ever encountered.
It was really, really difficult coping around, moving around, doing things for myself. I felt the society did not need me anymore, and it went so bad that I became very depressed and even started having suicidal thoughts at that time.
For many years, she waged a battle for her mental health, and when she eventually picked herself up, she went back to school and bagged a degree in psychology in 2016. She also enrolled in a rehabilitation program in Nigeria's Federal Society for the Blind.
I learned how to read and write in Braille, use the computer, and also learned about mobility, ability to move independently, and it was exciting.
Now armed with skills and ready to take on new opportunities, Ekinabo found a labor market that lacked accessibility facilities for persons with disabilities like herself.
Whenever I'm called for an interview and they realize that I'm visually impaired, the question now becomes, how are we going to cope with you? It's not as if you're not good enough for the position, but the simple fact that you're you're a visually impaired person, it just gives a no.
The president of the National Association of the Blind calls out employers of labor for discriminating against PWDs even when they have the requisite skills for the job.
Are they ready to see you as an equal stakeholder in the society, in the organization, in the workplace, in school environment, even in the church? The answer is not in the affirmative for now.
In 2019, Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari assented a bill that requires public organizations to reserve at least 5% of employment opportunities for persons with disabilities. But that law is far from taking off. Annetta, Felix, The Big Story.